Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, is Bridging Communities. Hurry back and join us.
Parents, you have a say in what video games your child plays. Purchase age-appropriate games that everyone in the family can play. Be sure to look on the back of a video game or online for the rating. That rating tells you the type of game content your child is playing. Have a say in what your child plays and learn the rules of the game.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation. You're resigning.
Why? You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
Oh, I forgot. I'll do better. Please don't quit on me.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, is Bridging Communities, and we have the executive director herself, Phyllis Edwards. Good morning, Miss Edwards.
Good morning, and as I always say, it's a great day in the neighborhood.
Oh, yes, here at Just Ask.
Yes, exactly.
Well, now, Phyllis, I have to say, we've done a show many years ago about Bridging Communities, and we're glad to know that you guys are still around. So I want you to fill us in about yourself and what's going on with Bridging Communities.
Well, Bridging Communities is doing well. I'm happy to say this is our 37th year. We started out, as many people might know, but for those who don't, we started out in 1980 as Project SAVE, Seek and Visit the Elderly. And in 1999, we merged two programs, Seek and Visit the Elderly, SAVE, along with Parkside Intergenerational, and we became Bridging Communities. The reason for doing that is because we realized that we needed to supplement our elder care program, and we started doing community development and housing. And so today, Bridging Communities not only provide elder care services for our seniors, ensuring that they are in their homes as long as possible, and we do that through an array of services, everything from Focus Hope food box delivery, Meals on Wheels, small home repairs, lawn service, snow removal, assisting with applications through the state emergency relief, food assistance, Medicaid, Medicare, veteran services, whatever they may need to stay in their home. And we also have our housing development side, and that supports the elder care side. So we have an 80-unit independent living facility that we own, the Pablo Davis Elder Living Center, and we co-own Heritage at Magnolia, which is 88 units. And we realize that a lot of our grandparents become caregivers to their grandchildren, and they can no longer live in the independent living facility. And so we built townhomes, 24 townhomes geared towards grandparents raising grandchildren. We buy up some of the abandoned and foreclosed properties in the area, sell them to individuals who want to be homeowners. And if for some reason they can't get a regular mortgage, then we do land contracts. We do everything at Bridging Communities, from planting trees to cleanups, blight removal, and all of that, just to make sure we try to, make the neighborhood as stable as possible.
Well, I tell you what, you said everything. That's the end of it. Okay. Wow. I mean, I do remember hearing before about some of the services, but not to this extension, of all the services that you guys provide. So now, is there a such thing as catchment areas or zip codes? How are you guys,
Well, depending on which program, our housing service covers all of the city of Detroit. Okay. We work with the city. We're one of their partners for the zero interest loan program. We're also one of their partners for the lead grant program as well. But our services to our seniors, that's in 4 zip codes. Zip codes 48204, 48206, 48209, 8, 17, 16, and 38.
Okay.
And so those are the 8 zip codes that we service.
Okay. Now, when you say service, is that the ones that if they need some home repairs or Meals on Wheels and things like that?
Yes, our program starts for people 60 and over,
Okay.
low income, low to moderate income. But our medical transportation, that's the one I didn't mention. Medical transportation to the doctor and to the pharmacy, that starts at 70 years old. And that's free. And we are we're really excited about our program because I think we're one of the only ones that have escorted services, which means we go with our clients, our seniors, to the doctor's appointment and we stay with them and until the appointment is over and then we bring them back.
Great. That's great.
Because a lot of our seniors don't have anyone else other than us or our drivers, and so we want to make sure that they're well taken care of.
That's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. I mean, just sitting here and listening to you say those things, a lot of people who are going to be watching this show, they're going to want the phone number.
That phone number is good to me. It's 313-361-6377. Again, that's 313 because I'm working with seniors and I realize it takes a little while. So 313-361-6377.
And I know it's got to be a website somewhere.
There's a website, www.bridgingcommunities.org.
Okay. Okay. Now, Phyllis, I'm just in awe at all the things that you just said because a lot of people don't know about the services, don't know where to go and get services. So if they're in an area that you guys do not cover, do you refer them to another agency or something, or?
Yes, we have plenty of, we have several community partners, but if they're outside of our catchment area, then we always refer them to Detroit Area Agency on Aging.
Okay.
And they will, if they can't help them themselves, they certainly will direct them to someone who can, another agency that can.
Okay, because we never want a person to feel like, oh, they can't service me, I don't need them, but you could always make a referral.
And to be really truthful, Marsha, it depends on the situation because I don't like to say no either. And so if they're out of the catchment area and it's something that we could really do, sometimes I go out of my way and do that. Because my motto this year is if living is your priority, then aging is your destiny. And so I'm setting groundwork because I believe that what you put out in the universe, you get back.
Oh, yeah.
And as I continue to grow to my winter season of life, I want to make sure that there are some things in place for me as well.
That's great.
It's a little selfish, but
No,
self-serving.
not at all. I think with just the idea like Just Ask, we want people to feel comfortable in asking a question about where is something located, how do I get this, or who does this. So, it's a connection. This program is a actual resource program that allows people to connect to the services of their need. And if you can't get the need, from watching the show here, we're going to find it for you and send you on your way. And the only thing we say is just tell them, so I'm on Just Ask. So, it's a really connecting program to help people grow and to help the services or the agencies like yourself continue to grow.
Absolutely. And there are a lot of services and resources out, and people don't know about them. And their lives could have been enriched so much better had they known. And so I'm in total agreement with you that we need to get out as much information as possible.
Yeah. So now, let me ask you this. So after we deal with or have worked rather with the elderly, is there programs entitled for a family or single moms or things like that?
We at Bridging Communities, we have a lot of volunteer opportunities for individuals who want to be involved. We have a lot of families that come, especially during the holidays, to deliver Meals on Wheels. Yeah. We also do holiday remembrances several times a year: Valentine's Day, Sweetest Day, Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So those 5 holidays, Valentine's Day, we're giving out candy, unsweetened for diabetics.
Wow.
Easter, we're giving out Easter lilies. Christmas, we give out poinsettias, and Thanksgiving, we give out fruits and veggies. Sweetest Day, we give out, I think, cookies, if I'm not mistaken. And so just to let the seniors know that there's somebody out there thinking about it, because one of the problems we have are isolated seniors living by themselves. And so we want them to know that hey, there's somebody here you can call and check on. And the funny thing about it is we call them every day. If we miss a day of calling, they'll call us and say, hey, what's going on? No one called me today, which is a good thing, which is what you want to happen.
Right.
So. But families can get involved in delivering Meals on Wheels, delivering Focus Hope, delivering some of our holiday remembrances, and just coming, hey, we need people to answer phones and be there with us. So.
Right, and it doesn't always have to be retirees.
No. We have young folks that are involved. As a matter of fact, we give out 2 $500 scholarships a year to young people in the community who are involved in community service and giving back, as well as understanding the needs of seniors. So whether it's their grandparents or the neighbor down the block or some senior in your church, wherever that senior might be at school, you have to get to know that senior so that you'll understand some of the needs of the seniors as they grow, as they age, as well as the seniors have fun talking to the young people about their history. They've learned so much from oral histories that our seniors tell them, and to really see someone who marched with Dr. King or talked to President Kennedy or something like that is really amazing to them.
And that's wonderful. I mean, that's involvement for young people to relate to the elderly and learn about their history, and then the elderly in turn learn about what the young people are doing right about now with these cell phones and apps and all this kind of stuff. And it's an interchange of communication.
Right.
Okay.
And we do have a computer lab where young people come and teach seniors how to use the computer. Basic things, just looking up things or looking up the news. Some seniors want to learn more. A lot just want to learn how to play the games, but be able to use their phone and take a picture. They want to take pictures on their phone like everyone else. And so it's those little things that you can do to bring generations together. And I think we need generations, because one of the things I've found is that the same issues that impact youth impact seniors. So whether we're talking about nutrition, education, mobility, transportation, same generations, it's generation to generation. Income, housing, it impacts. So it goes down the spectrum, but for some reason, we like to separate them out, but we really should be keeping them together.
Well, I tell you what, Phyllis, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with some more great information about bridging communities. We'll be right back.
Welcome home, man.
We do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
And welcome back to the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know it, you're watching Just Ask Talk Show today with Bridging Communities Executive Director herself, Phyllis Edwards, and Phyllis has given us a lot of great information about the services that Bridging Communities does. Now, if you have a question, you know me, 1-800-323-5336, Twitter, hashtag Just Ask Talk Show, all at the bottom of the screen. If you have a question for Phyllis Edwards herself, please do contact us and we'll forward the information to her, or you got the number and the website, so you can always reach out to Bridging Communities and ask them a question about some things that you're concerned about or a need. But most of all, if you're willing to volunteer, give them a call. and let them know if you only have 1 hour, 2 hours, or a weekend, they'd be more than glad to have you. Now, Phyllis, I had to let people know that because some people always feel like, oh, well, they probably don't need anyone right now. But volunteers are mainly all year round.
All year round.
Okay.
And this is what I say about people. People think that I'm busy, and so they'll make decisions for me as to where I can go and where I can't go, so they don't bother to ask. So I never think that someone is too busy to volunteer. So, give us a call. We always have volunteer opportunities, Saturdays, weekends, evenings. We're always doing something in the community. So there's an opportunity not only for you, but bring a friend, bring a family member.
Okay. So how are you guys funded?
We're funded through a variety of sources, grants, donations, but our main funding comes from 3 fundraisers a year. We have our a golf outing. Let me start with the golf. We have a golf outing in June. We have our walk, which is coming up soon on Belle Isle this year. This is our 2nd year having it on Belle Isle. We had it walking around a cemetery, but people had some aversions to that, especially some of our seniors, right?
Okay.
Nice cemetery though, but have very nice things in there. Very historic, a lot of history in cemeteries too. And then we have our bowling event, which comes with a silent auction, and so that's in October, always the first Saturday in October.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I know you guys have events and everything, so I do have one of your brochures, and I just wanted to ask you about Free Movie on the Green. What is Free Movie on the Green? Movies on the Green. This is our 7th year for Movies on the Green. Okay. Movies on the Green started during when Detroit was going through it, is still going through for some people, but it was really at the pinnacle of our economic hard times. And I wanted something for families to do, to come out and have a good time, and parents not have to worry about money and all of that. So Movies on the Green, and in Southwest Detroit is very culturally diverse. Everything we do is in 3 languages, Spanish, English, and Arabic. Okay. And so we celebrate the cultures in Southwest Detroit on Movies on the Green. Our first one is Hispanic Latino night, and then we have Arab night, we have African American night, and then we have all community night. And so each one of those culturally themes comes with music, dance, food associated with that culture. We always have hamburgers, hot dogs that I cook and grill myself personally. Okay. And so we have free entertainment, free food, free activities for the kids. You bring your blanket, you bring your lawn chair, come out and enjoy a wonderful evening. Right before dusk, before the movie starts, we pop fresh popcorn. We have a wonderful popcorn machine. You sure that's not a party?
It's a party, and it's a wonderful community party because you see everybody getting together when all around the world we have all this chaos. Wow! You come to Southwest Detroit, Movies on the Green, you see love.
Oh my goodness, we had to come out and catch some of that. Okay?
Come catch it. Come catch it.
That sounds great. Now, Resources Fair and back to school events. Now, what is that about?
That's the last Movie on the Green that we have. It's on the 25th of August, and we're in conjunction with the Chazy Condon Community Organization and our other community partners. We put on a huge Fifth Third Bank, bring their e-bus. We have a lot of vendors, and so we want to make sure that people have as much information as possible. So we have a lot of vendors, a lot of resources available for folks. We try to have the mobile dentist, free activities, and then after the resource fair is from 2 to 6. And then the Movies on the Green starts with other activities and free food, and
that's great.
You just go on to the night.
So this gives parents a chance to get information and resources for preparation for their school-age children.
For your school-age children, DTE, talk about your house, your utility bills, the library, kids can take out books, mobile dentist in case you need a dentist. If you need Just Ask Talk Show, we're gonna steer you that way. So whatever you may need, we try to have a variety of vendors there at that point. So that's a big one. We last year we had almost 700 people at that.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. And I'm sure you said, what year is this? The 7th year?
This is our 7th year. When we first started, we were lucky to have 50 people at one of those, and now we're averaging 200 to 300 at each one of those.
So this is an annual event.
Annual event. This is our 7th year.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you may not remember this flyer, but if you got Phyllis' phone number, what's the phone number?
313-361-6377.
And what's the website?
www.bridgingcommunities.org. O-R-G.
Oh, just remember to ask Phyllis about this event.
Ask me, call me. I want them to.
Just and and I think that is so helpful. I mean, some parents are struggling with trying to get supplies for their kids, like you said, dental care and everything. And then you have now the dental program. Is it free?
It's free. The mobile dentist is free. We also take blood pressure. We usually have someone there doing blood pressure screening and things like that.
I do know there's programs where dentists volunteer their time and, you know, take care of the elderly and young person's teeth and everything, and the disabled community. And that's a wonderful thing, because a lot of times people are not aware of what services they can get for little to no cost.
Right.
You know, and they just go ahead and suffer with something that they really could have had taken care of just a little bit earlier.
Right. And you know, with the climate about the Affordable Care and Healthy Michigan, it's imperative that we have some resources in place this year to talk about that. So whatever your need may be health-wise, maybe it's your home, you can come talk to us about that. Maybe it's you're getting your kids some school supplies. What we're hoping to have anything that anyone might need that day at the resource fair.
Is there anything else left? I mean, you know, you pretty much cover it all. So, and I'm hoping that the viewers will respond to you, because really, I am so enlightened to know about all the services. And I always tell people, well, why don't you just call the number and see if there's anything, you know, any services you can utilize. And no, I don't know. But after today's show, I bet you somebody called. So Phyllis, tell us about an accomplishment, a wonderful accomplishment that you feel like, you know, the viewers need to know about.
Well,
I mean, you have so many. I'm just asking for one.
Okay, other than Movies on the Green, the other thing that we do for the community is we have a holiday festival in December. It's our community holiday festival, and it's grown. It grew out of my building. It grew out of the PAL building across the street, and now we're at the UAW Local 22 building. And so we're hoping that it might grow out of there. I don't know where we're going to go if it grows out of there. But a lot of community partners donate. We give away at that, and we give away free pajamas, new toothbrushes, new coats, new socks, of course toys, fruits, and we have food, we have arts and crafts. And it's a day and evening for the family to come out. A lot of times the children might not get anything else other than what we give them. So at least they walk away with new coats, new hats,
Now,
scarves.
when is that event?
It's usually sometime in the second or third week of December. We try to have it the second week of December, right before, not too early, but not too late.
Okay.
So, you know.
We're going to let the viewers absorb that, and then we're going to take a break. And ladies and gentlemen, I bet you have a pen and paper and writing that number down, aren't you? All right. We'll be right back.
Everybody needs a helping hand. Take a look at your fellow man. Tell me, what can I do today?
Courtesy. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks.
Appreciation. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. Why would you do that?
Probably okay isn't okay. Call a cab, a car, or a friend.
Good choice.
And welcome back to the last half of the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to have to end this particular program because Phyllis Edwards just enlightened us with a lot of wealth of information. Please give them that number a call, or go to the website, or call Just Ask and ask us to ask Phyllis a question for you. Now, Phyllis, I had one in particular I wanted to find out about, and that's grandparents taking care of grandchildren. You guys do a particular program about that.
Yeah, we're very big on intergenerational, and so a lot of times grandparents are taking care of their grandchildren. And if you're taking care of, I really want to say this, if you're taking care of your grandchild and that grandchild is in your home, you might want to come and you have some lead issues. You know, a lot of our children have been tested and they do have lead levels. Come and apply for the lead program to get your home refurbished because it's available. A lot of times we don't know about these resources and the city or the state or the county wind up sending money back. We don't want any money going back to the feds or anywhere else when we have so many families in the city that could utilize that money.
Okay.
So if you're a grandparent taking care of your grandchildren, call that number, as you say, 313-361-6377, and ask about our lead program.
Now, the lead program in particular, is that if a house is older and it had the particular paint or something in it? Is that what the lead program?
Usually the houses are older, but you know, you never know. We don't always have contractors who do the right thing, so I don't know when. You know, or
so it may not be the age of the house.
It might not necessarily be the age of the house, but we usually think of it. Most of the time, they are older homes.
Okay.
But we have found some in the newer homes.
So then, actually, the services would be someone come out to the home and check for.
If you've taken your child to the doctor and the child has been tested and they tested positive for lead, then you can come and apply for that program.
Okay.
And all the money is free. You don't pay anything back. That's the good thing about it.
Okay.
And then with our zero interest loan program, if you're a homeowner and you need to get your home improved and you want to get it done with a loan, you can afford to pay some of it back. Then you have 10 years to pay it back, and it's a way to get your home, remodeled.
Okay.
So, and get it upgraded with electrical and plumbing, and then you
That's
do
great.
everything else after that.
That's great. Am I old enough for any of that? I'm sorry. Okay. I mean,
But those programs are not just limited to seniors. Those are for anyone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anywhere in the city, you can come and see Bridging Communities about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And it doesn't have to go by the
It's
zip
not
code.
by the zip code. Those are not by the zip codes.
All
Only
right.
the senior services are by zip codes.
Okay, I'm just gonna come by. Okay, okay. Well, you know, Phyllis, I'm just saying, at this point, you've covered so many areas. I mean, from the grandparents to the children, from the, the diversity of the cultures and the services. It's just a wealth of information and services that you can't go wrong with if you call Bridging Communities.
And the best thing about calling Bridging Communities, you actually get a person to talk to.
Amen.
Not a prompt, not push number 1 for answer number 2.
Okay.
You actually get a real live person to talk to.
Now, is that your guys' newsletter that I keep getting on my email?
That's our newsletter.
That's what I thought. Okay, that's why I called her. I kept getting this email, and it's wonderful.
And if you want to get a newsletter, just call me and we'll be happy to put you on.
Okay.
We send it out quarterly.
Oh, okay, because I get my newsletter. Okay. Okay, and I'm keeping up on everything.
I appreciate that.
Well, you know what, Phyllis? Will you come back and see us again?
Most definitely, I will.
Okay.
You know, I've learned things since I've been here. So yes, I definitely will come back. And if anyone calls, don't hesitate to get past that information on. And if they want to call me personally, I'm in the office. And if not, just ask my secretary to schedule an appointment, and I'll sit down with you personally.
Well, great. I'll be the first one to call. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't help but tell you that we had a wonderful show today with Executive Director herself, Phyllis Edwards from Bridging Communities. And I hope that you would take this information and utilize it, because I am. Okay. So you never know who you know and what you need. So by all means, reach out to Bridging Communities and just ask them a question about some services, either if it's for yourself or for a family member or even an elderly neighbor. Now, I'm your host, Marsha Florence, for Just Ask. And what do I always say? If you have a question for a person with a disability or just a general question, don't be afraid to ask. Just Ask. I'm your host. Thank you.